Welcome to Moss Marketing Mondays, aka the M3 Podcast. Brought to you by Moss Marketing Group, bringing you everything marketing every Monday. Stay tuned for marketing tips and tricks you can use today. The M3 Podcast, marketing knowledge to help you succeed. Let's get started.
Welcome back to the M3 Podcast. This week we're hitting something that we haven't done yet. I mean, we're going on 60-something episodes right now.
Damn.
And we're getting a first. So we got Ricky from the MMG squad. We got Logan from the MMG squad. We got Sam Webb from the Raiders.
What's good, y'all?
I know. We're going to have a lot of Chiefs fans on here listening, so this is going to be a little different.
Yeah.
But,
We gotta say where he's from, though.
yeah.
Right.
Originally from Excelsior, did you live there your whole life?
No, I was born in Kansas City, actually. I was born in Research Medical downtown, and I moved to Excelsior when I was 11.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Logan and Sam actually went to high school or all through school together.
Basically.
Yeah.
Well,
Since you moved,
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
What elementary you went to?
Westview.
Okay.
You went to Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just for one
We
year.
got a little beef there, maybe.
Rival
Not at all.
elementary schools.
No.
All right.
Yeah. So you now play for the Raiders. What position you play?
DB. Specialized in the backfield.
So have you always played,
Like football?
or have you always played that position in football?
Shit. When I first started, bro, like, it was whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like I was playing quarterback, running back, safety, corner. I remember when we got fobbed, our DC, our senior year, he came up to me, he was like, "Hey man, why don't you ever play safety?" I was like, shit, I can. And then he was like, "All right, this game we're gonna throw you in at safety." Like I'd never played safety before, and I really didn't know the plays at the time, but he just threw me in, bro. And I was back there asking Sealy. I was like, Sealy was my other safety, Landon Sealy, and I was like, "Man, hey man, what we got this play?" And then he told me, but I just played it. But yeah.
So in Excelsior, were you on a certain side of the ball, or did you just?
No, we really played both ways,
Yeah,
or at least
people-
most of us did.
Most people did. I did for sure.
Yeah, I did not.
I was
But
tired.
so Sam,
But
was,
they wasn't on that like you had to play both ways or one way. Like it was just whatever. Like
yeah,
we didn't have a huge team. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
it was the best player at the position, whether you
Right.
played both ways or not.
Yeah, I think we had 93 guys playing at Kearney. So we had plenty of people
on the roster.
Yeah, so we had
But
plenty of
that's
people
like
everywhere.
JV freshman team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how many. We were dressing out a shit ton.
Right. Yeah.
That-
We wasn't. I guess we was because we was dressing out as freshmen. But
Yeah,
yeah.
Coach also liked to walk down and just make it look that when we were walking onto the field, they're like, "What in the hell is happening out here?"
Thanks.
But so you go through Excelsior, then you go to play college ball, and you went to Missouri Western, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How were your days at Missouri Western?
They was good, man. And as a matter of fact, I actually was either gonna go to UCM or Washburn in Topeka. But I ended up going to Mo West just because like I didn't want to live in Topeka. And then
Who does?
and then UCM, like I took my mom on a visit, my mom and my auntie on a visit. And when we left, my mom was like, "You ain't gonna go to that dirty ass school, are you?" And I was like, "Nah, probably not." Just because I don't know, I wasn't fucking with the vibes. But I ended up going to Mo West, and I was just fucking with it right off the bat because like the dudes that took me on my visit was Dante and Jo, and they was just cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Like just let me know what it was as soon as I got there, straight up. And then my dog Jo, he was like, "Man, shit, look, if you want to come here and play football and try to go to the league, like you could do that. But if you don't, I mean, you can get your education at the same time, so whatever." And I was like, "All right," you know what I'm saying? They just kept it real, you know what I'm saying, on my visit. And then shit, the Jo, he ended up playing in the league, bro. He was on top of that, you know what I'm saying? But days there was good, man. It was cool, cool little college experience, at the Division II level though. It wasn't a big school. Our attendance was like, I want to say like around 5,000. So I mean, it wasn't like a huge school at all. But we had activities and shit like like little parties off campus and shit like that.
How did they try to sell you to go to Topeka? I'm kind of curious to what a Topeka school sells you on to come there.
They do have a nice stadium, believe it or not.
That's probably about
The
it.
field's not bad.
Washburn, yeah, their stadium's all right. Yeah, they got the jumbotron too. Mm-hmm. But
That's all. Is that all they had?
the DC, bro, like that recruiting shit just come down to like your relationship you build with the players too, because like the DC was just on me, bro. Like, and then I went to a camp out there. I forgot. I went to a camp out there and they see me play defense, and they was fucking with me. But he just was on top of it, bro. Drove out to my house, met my mama and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I just couldn't do it, bro. I was like, Topeka? Like, nah, bro. Like, I'm going to pick St. Joe over that for sure. Like, no doubt. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
So let's back up a little bit. We were talking about before we started a little bit, like you didn't start playing any organized football till you were in 8th grade, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So coming into it with that mindset, like being new to the game and learning it, and obviously having really good, like you were really good at it, you were very skilled. At what point when we were in high school did you know, like, did that become like, okay, football is a real possibility for me to go to college, take it to the next level? How did that kind of progress?
Honestly, man, like in high school, I just wanted to play 3 sports a year and just keep myself busy. So like I would do football in the fall, obviously, and then we would go in the winter. And I was actually wrestling because I like wrestling more. But when I was dunking, I was like, man, I should probably go hoop. Like, and then in the spring, I would run track, and I didn't even really like track. I just did it to stay in shape. But
no way someone's getting me to run track.
Bro, that shit. But shit, I don't think until like after like our senior year, like throughout our senior year, I was starting to be like, like people are starting to fuck with me, obviously, because like there were scouts that was coming to the games, and then like they was coming to my basketball games too. So I was like, all right, they fucking with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then yeah, after that, like I started, getting the coach's numbers and stuff, like, because Morton, he went to Mo West, so he was like, yeah, I can talk to Coach. Coach had been there for like 20 years, Coach P. So like it's probably like senior year for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, had to be.
Yeah.
So what did you see as like your biggest obstacle jumping from high school ball to college? Like, what was the biggest difference?
So from high school, my experience from high school to college was like, for me, it was like you got to put a little more technique into what I was doing, because in high school I was just going out there just straight athleticism, you know what I'm saying? Like just doing whatever. I wouldn't talk too much technique, you know what I'm saying, or sticking to it. But then once I got into college, like it was more like getting work in on my own type shit, just sticking to the grind. Like in college, bro, I didn't really do a whole lot, bro. I was just doing football, bro, like trying to get better, like, because I played early, bro. My redshirt freshman year, I was basically damn near a starter. I think I started like 7 games that year. And then like I was just on top of shit, bro. Like, and then like I had dudes around me, bro. I had J.O., I had Brandon, bro. Like, and then I just had them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just motivated. But definitely like the technique, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. Would you say that, so playing one sport, was it easier in college or was it harder? Because in high school, you're playing 3 sports, you're kind of probably spread a little bit more. Then you're not getting to actually focus on that full time. Going full time on that in college, did it become a little bit easier to have all of that focus in one spot?
Bruh, no doubt. I mean, yeah, of course. Like, there was a safety I played with. His name's Kobe, bro, and he came in on, I'm pretty sure he came in on like a half baseball, half football. I was like, bro, you tripping, bro? Like, just do one or the other, bro. I mean, only time I would do 2 in college would be in like track, and like we didn't even get a track team until like my sophomore, junior year, because it was just a small school, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have a lot of stuff. So, yeah, like, just focusing on one sport throughout the whole year. It was obviously a lot more easier, but something I was, well aware of, signing up for it like that.
Would you say that did you have one person that impacted you a lot at the college level that, a lot of times in sports, somebody has they had that coach or they had that person that maybe believed in them a little bit more than anyone else that kind of helped push them a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have that person in college, or was it pretty much just self-drive there that was like, hey, I know I have it?
Nah, but the person who was like that for me was probably was Coach Meyer, in high school. Cause I don't know, he would just keep it real with you, you know what I'm saying? He let you know what it was, and he was kind of aggressive sometimes too. So he was one of them ones you would take for serious. So for me, he was just in high school, he was always on top of me, bro. And he ended up being my coach in every sport, bro, I played, bro. He was he was football coach, but he coached D-line, but you know what I'm saying? Oh,
he was our OC.
OC.
Yeah, he was our OC.
I'm tripping. But so yeah, he was always on top of me in the fall. And then he ended up being an assistant basketball coach.
Yep.
And then my track coach, my actual jump coach. So
do you still talk to him?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'm probably holler at him while I'm home too for a while. But that dude, yeah, no doubt, bro. Appreciate that, man. In college, I had good coaches too, but it was man, I just was getting out the mud for real, bro. Fucking college life, y'all know how it is, bro. But add on football with that, you know what I'm saying? In the fall, it's it was hard, bro. Especially, you know what I'm saying? We didn't go to no big D1 school, so.
Did you struggle handling, I know something I struggled with when I got to college was the party scene was something that I hadn't seen coming from a smaller town. I grew up one town over from you guys. I was in Kearney. You guys were in Excelsior.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I kind of knew what partying was about. And I ended up at college, and it was a whole different level.
Different level, yeah.
And I struggled with that a little bit my freshman, sophomore year, kind of getting my feet underneath me of having my own say of doing what I wanted. So did you struggle?
You was going crazy, huh?
Crazy is probably still understatement. Yeah, it was. Yeah, there may be a podcast that comes way down the road. We're gonna have to be really big for me to actually spill all those beans.
That, yeah.
But it was a absolute shit show all the time. And did you struggle at all manning that? Because I didn't play a sport when I went to college, and it probably would have helped me if I look at it from the bigger picture, if I actually had something a reason, because I came in as a freshman and school wasn't really that hard.
Right.
So I was like, oh, I can party all the time and I don't have anything else to do. When I was at home, I had work to do. And then I was at college and I was just it's a free for all. So what'd that look like?
Man, I'm telling you right now, just because in high school, yeah, we did some dumbass shit, but we did some dumbass shit. But in college, I went out sometimes, but I wasn't one that was always at the bars and stuff like that. I was chilling, you know what I'm saying? In the room, big chilling. But there was times when I went out though, I would go to the frat parties and shit like that. But it wasn't too different, bro. I mean, it was all right. But I'm not one to really speak about the party scene for real because I didn't go out like that. You know what I'm saying? At Missouri Western, but
that was one of the things that enticed me about Northwest was the party scene.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I went up there a couple of times because I just wasn't fucking with what we had going on. But.
So you get into playing college ball and you were seeing the field freshman year.
At where?
Missouri Western.
Yeah, my first year I was eligible, yeah.
Yes. So you started seeing the field quick. What did that turn into? Was there a certain point when you were at college when you're you know what, I think I can go to the league? Or did you know that when you went into college?
I mean, that was the plan going in, honestly. I had told myself, if I'm going to do this college shit, then especially I knew I was going there on a scholarship, you know what I'm saying? So I was if I was going to do it, it's going to be to go to a school where you can go to the league. So that was my main reason why I even picked the school. Cause like I told you, when I was in the car on my visit with him, he just kept it real and let me know what it was. So that was initially the plan going into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just had to stack my days and, you know what I'm saying, get to it.
Did you ever think about leaving Missouri Western?
Nah.
No.
Nah, there was a short period at the end, like when I was about to like graduate, that I could have, I guess, but I wasn't thinking about it just because like
I know some guys. I'm thinking on the level that some guys want that D1 recognition somewhere.
Oh no.
And just on not out of just like a leaving school just to leave school, but to go try to hang your hat somewhere else that maybe it might have. I don't know the weight that D1 to D2 carries.
I mean, we talking about a Power 5 or like, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some D1s that are, you know, just as much as bad as a D2, or like the stadium capacity ain't as big or something like that. But it just wasn't like, it just wasn't hard. Like, I don't know.
So college comes to an end. Did you went straight in after graduation to the Raiders?
Yeah. I went and trained in Florida that spring. Actually, I had 2 bowl games. So I got invited to this bowl. It's an all-star game called the Hula Bowl. And there's these dudes on Twitter named the Draft Diamonds. And they had just been keeping up with me. They help a lot of people. They went to my school actually too. And they told me that I was gonna be invited. So I was like, boom, that's cool. So we went and played a practice for a week at UCF. And we was gonna play the game, but I couldn't do it because I had some family shit to get to. So I practiced for a week there, and then I go back to Florida to start training again. And they tell me I get to go to the East West Shrine Bowl. I'm like, damn, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, meanwhile, you know what I'm saying, I had the Reese's Senior Bowl, somebody come there and watch, and then East West too at one of my games my senior year. So
you did the Senior Bowl, didn't you too?
No, I did the East West.
Okay.
They like on the same week or something,
Gotcha.
like back to back, something like that. But I go do that too, and then I get a fucking email that I was going to the combine, bro. That shit was so dope. Like, I had got the invite to go to the combine the year before, my senior year I played. But I didn't.
It was during COVID, right?
Yeah, I couldn't do it, bro. Because 1, it was COVID, so I just thought my chances would be a little slimmer, and then 2, I had to fucking get surgery on my leg, so I just went back another year and thugged it out, bro, for real. And the year I was coming out, they had emailed it to me, bro. But for some reason, I gave them an email that I had just made or something like that, and I didn't have it anymore. And I was thinking I didn't get an invitation. So this lady called me out of nowhere, and she was like, "Are you gonna accept your invitation?" I'm like, "To what?" She was like, "The combine." And I was like, "Damn, like, you for real? Like, it's been there this whole time." Like,
you had to be
everybody, yeah, I'm telling
you had to
everybody,
be
like,
stressing too.
Yeah, I'm telling everybody, like, I ain't getting an invite this year. It's cool, but you know what I'm saying, it's all right. Like,
hey, shout out to that lady for giving you a ring.
Yeah, facts.
That would have been a close one. Can you raise that up a little bit?
Is it something that you have to apply to, or like they reach out to you, or is there an application to it?
Tighten it down.
They reach out to you for sure. You got to get invited, bro. Like, it's only, I think it's 300 people to go, but yeah, you got to get invited to the combine, bro. And like, when I first found out, bro, that they invited me to the motherfucking combine, bro. And we talking about 2020, bro, spring of 2020. Mm-hmm. I got that invitation, bro. I was like, bro, what?
Is that the moment that it was?
That wasn't the moment. No. I was like, I'm going to the league, but I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I was more shocked at the fact that they just invited me like that, bro. Like, I kind of think they invited me because I'm athletic as fuck, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wanted to see me test my numbers.
So, did you have a good performance at the combine then?
I did, but I didn't jump. I only did the DB drills and ran the 40, and then I bench pressed too. But they kind of did it different our year because it was the first year after COVID, so it was the first year back in person. And like when we got out there, like they like kind of changed the schedule or something like that. But it wasn't a whole lot of dudes that did anything. I mean, it's probably a handful. that did every single thing, like bench, 40, drills, broad, you know what I'm saying, all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a whole lot of people that did, but just because it was all on the same day and people were tired and stuff from training.
So did you prep any different? So what does a day at the combine look like? Like if you're going to go out, you're going to perform at the combine, like
it was kind of like the process when you go to a bowl game, like that All-Star game. You get there, you do all your registrations and shit. They give you a swag bag, you know what I'm saying, with all your stuff in it. And then we had dinner that night. After we, you know, was settled in our hotel room and stuff like that. And we just went down, you know, chopped it up. They talked to us about what was going on. And then the next morning we got to it. And like, bro, when we got on the field, bro, like to do it, and I'm in my combine shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it was just crazy. It's just a crazy ass feeling, bro. Just knowing I'm about to go run my 40-yard dash, bro. Like, been and watched this motherfucker on TV too many times. You know what I'm saying? Like,
probably a pretty surreal moment.
Yeah, like that was one of the moments when I was out there like stretching, because I was with this other dude I had been training with. He was out there too with me, and we was only. I mean, I knew some other dudes from the bowl games too, but just being out there, bro, like getting ready, warmed up, like I'm really about to go do this, bro. And one thing I'll say, bro, is like the DB drills, bro. I feel like I did pretty good on those, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, went out there and, yeah, because when we started, we was in a certain order. And I was like 20-something, 30-something. And motherfucking, every time I'm watching motherfuckers go through these drills, bro, and I'm like, damn, bro, just dropped it. Man. Can't be me. You know what I'm saying? Like so I'm going through,
That takes some of the pressure off.
Right, yeah. Like, not going, like, first, I guess. But shit, I would adjust it anyway, you know what I'm saying? But it was cool that it got to happen like that.
Did you feel, I mean, I'd assume by that point you were pretty used to like the lead up to like a game or something. Did you feel, was that like a big like butterflies in the stomach type moment? Any nerves at that point? Or?
Oh yeah, my first 40 was actually really bad because of that. I started and I was just kind of nervous, bro. Like, I'm like, fuck, I'm about to run my 40. And I didn't stride out as well. So like when I ran, I looked up at my time. I'm like, fuck. Like, god damn. And then I went back and like I watched on the phone because, you know, some people had their phones down there. I didn't have mine. So I had to go look at Brody's phone real quick. And it showed me the replay of it. And I was like, damn, I didn't drop my legs. I'm getting on the phone with my trainer, like, and they telling me like, yeah, like, come on, you got to stride out a little bit. So I get back down there for my second one, bro. And all I'm thinking is just get long, like, and run. Start that motherfucker. I'm getting out, bro. I was looking at it. I was really like getting out. And then I popped that little 4-4. And it was like, all right, yeah. You know, people clapping in the background and shit.
that had to be a pretty good feeling hearing that.
Yeah.
So you ran, was it 4.4 flat?
4.48.
4.48.
Yeah, it was the official time.
Oh yeah.
I just had to break that 4.5, bro. I couldn't do that.
Yeah. So at what point then? So combines, how long before the combine or before the draft is the combine?
It's like a month, I think.
A month.
Yeah.
So had you been talking to any teams at this point, or like at what point did you get like that first contact with some representative from a team that was interested in you?
I had been talking to teams like since the beginning of the year, probably.
Gotcha.
And then just leading up to it, like at my pro day, and this was like a week after the combine, I went and talked to like a bunch of scouts because it was at Mizzou. Our pro day was at Mizzou.
Yeah.
It used to be at our fucking indoor, but we had like a bunch of coaching changes and stuff. So I mean, I think that played a part. But yeah, I talked to a lot of teams when we when I came back from that pro day. I think I was talking to Pat Surtain, bro, and he was like, "Man, I'm trying to get you down here, bro. Whoop de whoop." You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, "Damn, that'd be cool. I go to Miami." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I was also talking to the Raiders heavy too, and they was just fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Showing love. So, as an undrafted guy, you know, you get to choose, you know, who's got the best offer going right when that motherfucker in, you know what I'm saying? So we pulled the trigger before that motherfucker was, the 7th round was over. Like, we was telling him, like, yeah, let's do it. So then, because it's crazy, because at my party, everybody just chilling, like, damn, he ain't get drafted. Like, and I'm knowing in the back of my head, like, before the draft even started, for real, like, they called me like 3 days before the draft started, like, just kept it real, bro. It was like, look, we got Devontae this year. We ain't got that many draft picks. And I was like, yeah, like, you ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I'm just glad you calling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then I'm already knowing. So, like, after the draft, and my family's, you know, I'm just saying, like, they just walking around the house.
Did you have were you here?
Yeah, I was at my mama's house.
Yeah.
And I forgot who I told first, bro, but I was like, I told my girl, but I think I had told Barry. I was like, yeah, bro, the Raiders being called. I'm just waiting for the call, you know what I'm saying? And then he went and, like, started acting all excited or something like that. And then I told my mama, she didn't even believe me, bro. She was like, are you playing? Are you playing? And then she went and asked all my friends. She was like, is he playing? She was acting crazy, fool. But yeah, man, it was dope, man.
I feel like that comes with a lot of very high level moments really fast with the combine, like being out there, then draft time coming. What was you look at those, like, draft parties where people, like, all go crazy and it's like all the good news people are looking for, they're going to the league. What happened? Who's that dude this last time that didn't get drafted first round that was supposed to be, like, the first overall?
This last draft?
Yeah.
The quarterback?
Yeah, what was that dude's name? Had the 2 girls next to him and everything. That they had the camera on him, like, literally the whole entire first round.
Was that Will Levi's, Sam?
Something like that.
Yeah.
The what?
Will Levi's. Or North Carolina, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, it was it North Carolina, or was it the other blue school?
Duke?
Nah.
No.
Kentucky.
Kentucky, yeah.
Dude, they had literally the camera on that dude the whole entire draft. And every single time they'd say something, it wasn't him, and his, like, demeanor was getting lower and lower. I'm like, this is fucking cold. I was like, putting somebody on the hot seat like this the whole entire first night.
It's crazy.
And then he went like 34, 35.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Second day. So you get the call, you know you're going. Like, you know your world's about, like, your world has changed many times to this point, you know, between college, getting all these calls to go to the combine, bowls. That's got to be another level, though. Like, what did you have to, like, take a second just, like, to yourself to, like, what was that like mentally?
Finally did
just
it.
trying to wrap your head around the fact that it was happening?
I mean, of course, in the moment, you're going to think, like, damn, like, I did it, you know what I'm saying? I kind of did a short celebration, you know what I'm saying? Like, because leading up to it, you know, like, and, like, I don't know, you kind of just feel, like, the vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't get drafted, of course, but I'm having scouts telling me, like, yeah, we might pick you up so-and-so or whatever, like, and just not, you know, not sticking to it or whatever. But, you know what I'm saying? And, like, a couple, I think the year before, like, I had, like, so many agents hit me. I'm like, there's no way, bro. Like, I'm talking like 7 a week, bro, for like 2 or 3 months straight. And I'm sitting here having to, like, you know, basically tell some people no, and that I'm going, you know, other people and stuff like that. But, yeah, in that moment, it was, I was like, damn, man. Especially, like, when Coach Semo called me, like, because I was downstairs, and, like, that was, like, the actual call. He called me. He was like, hey, man, like, you ready to come be a Raider? I was like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then he was telling me how they was excited, you know what I'm saying? And then it was just the feeling, bro. It's unexplainable.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Fulfillment almost, you know?
Yeah.
But
for sure.
But the beginning at the end.
Yeah. So then it happens.
What year was this?
This was last year.
Yeah.
This was last year.
He's been,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was last year, a few months ago.
Yeah. So this happens. How quick then is it? All right, let's get down to business. You're in Vegas. You're going after it. Like, you're meeting everyone, getting to work.
Man, shit. It's been time to get to work, bro. This is the whole reason I've been in Florida, you know what I'm saying? This is the whole reason I went to combine, fucking the all-star games. Like
For sure.
Once I pull up in there, it's like I gotta do this little rookie shit. You feel me?
Yeah, I just meant specifically with the Raiders. How quick are they? Like how quick does that process go?
I mean, they could get you acclimated real quick, and then like rookie minicamp, he's like, let's get straight to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's like 2 or 3 days away from when you fly in or something like that. Or no, it's the next day. I think like you get that call, and then they're like, all right, after that, you know what I'm saying? They say we going, well, I'll call you again about more details about showing up and stuff like that, and they just give you an itinerary. Like, certain teams do it like that weekend. They'll wait a few weeks. I think I had like 2 weeks.
I feel like that's probably like the longest 2 weeks of your life.
Yeah, bro. I was like going to the gym crazy. Like, I gotta be in shape, like crazy. Like, I was going boxing, running, doing all type of crazy shit. And then, like when you get there, they give you your tour. They gave us a tour of the facility. You know what I'm saying? Like, we sat down, had some meetings, and then gave us our itinerary. Like, tomorrow, this is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, got straight to it, whiteboard, and then we hit the field. Because rookie minicamp is just like, they just push us, bro. Like, just go out there and do a practice with like 30 people, I think, or if that. Because they'll grab some like second year guys to come back and do it, like they was on P Squad or something like that. So, yeah, we got straight to it that next day, bro. I mean, I had 2 weeks, of course, but
yeah, it was quick as soon as you got there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still the process, though. Once you get that call, you're obviously undrafted free agent at that point. They have interest in you, but they're still making that final roster. Let's go through like what that summer process this time last year kind of looked like, leading up to that, putting in a ton of work like that. When did you know, and how all that went down?
Yeah, so we had OTAs, mandatory mini camp, and then we had our little break, bro. Last year was so long now that I think about it. Like, it was just a long ass year, bro. Like, I was constantly away and like living in hotels and shit. But anyways, like we get our little 2 week break and then come back, get ready for camp. Camp was crazy, bro, because like Vegas is hot as fuck. I'm sitting here doing 2.5 hour, 2 hour, 45 minute practice. No, I'm playing, but something like that. And then fucking just getting after it, bro. Like, and I'm in the league now, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm guarding fucking Darren Waller, Devontae Adams, you know what I'm saying? All them dudes. And the games come quick, you feel me? So we play our first game, the Hall of Fame game versus the Jags. And that moment was really crazy too. That was I felt so good that day, bro. It was crazy. Like, when we was warming up, and then we had a fucking like rain delay.
And it was in Jacksonville.
Oh,
right?
Yeah. No, it was in Canton, Ohio. At the Hall of Fame Stadium. Because we had 4 preseason games. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had a long year, bro.
You think that helped you having an extra one?
Yeah, for sure, bro. I mean,
what is that feeling? You've played high school ball, you've played college ball, you've went through the combine, you've made it through, get an offer, you start with the team. What's that first time running into a stadium that size that's completely full?
That wasn't even the first one, but I mean, that was a big stadium, but that was like a big college stadium, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a big dome yet. But that feeling alone, just knowing that we're playing an NFL game, though. Like,
I feel like that
the first
the
first game of the season.
I feel like that's got to be like a different feeling, though. Like, there's a lot of guys that suit up and they go out and play college ball. Like,
right.
I feel like, I don't know what the stat is. Dalton, you should look up the stat of how many college guys actually go play NFL. Like, because I feel like that number gets substantially smaller really quick.
It does. I mean, but like, you're talking about the preseason. So, I mean, you still got like close to 100 guys on roster. And then, every week it's getting smaller and smaller. So then, as the weeks are going by, like, who's performing, who's not. And they're just tallying up, like, who we want on the team this year. And then, so like when we got to our last game of the season versus the Patriots, we had been practicing them all week too. That was the game where I feel like I maybe might have made the team, you know what I'm saying? I went and like performed very well that game. And it just kind of solidified everything, you know what I'm saying? Like it just felt good in the moment. And then what's really crazy is like how they do cuts, bro. I mean, like it's like the next day, bro. Like, cause after games you got to come in, get your workout in, like run a little bit, bro. Like it's just nerve wracking, bro. Like you walk in and they just be like, man, look, they need to talk to you upstairs, and it's like, if they come and talk to you, bro,
like everybody knows what's coming.
So it's like everyone working
type of
out.
negotiations going on. I don't know.
So it's like everyone working out. They come down like, hey, you like, or is it they stop everyone like before they get
at
in?
the door.
At the door.
Yeah, the front. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
What? 1.6% of college football players make it to the NFL.
They say 1% make it from when they start.
Yeah,
but
okay.
That's the 1% that make it though. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the percent that stays?
Yeah.
So
and plays multiple years.
Yeah. That's also, I feel like I watch you look at the NFL and you see that a lot of people do have a short career in the NFL.
I mean, no doubt. Yeah.
It's a brutal sport to go out and play, especially at that level and doing it week over week in a season. And but it also, like, I feel like you have a different work ethic when it comes to the training side, when it comes to, we talk about all the time that champions are made when people aren't looking. And you talk about, like, okay, you get an offer and you're 2 weeks out and you're like, I'm in the gym nonstop, I'm doing this. Like, where do you get that level of like work ethic to be at that level?
I was just talking to Drake about this earlier, bruh. Drake Pollard. He's who I work out with back home. But like, bro, in college, it was like spring 2019. Or it might have been like, yeah, it was spring 2019, bro. Like we in the gym, bro, spring ball, just getting it in, bro. Like, I don't know what happened the year before. Like, something just snapped, bro. Like, oh, B. Dandy was leaving. Yup. My dog. He was my other corner. He had just left, bro. He just graduated. And I knew he was going to the league. I just didn't know where and when, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ended up going to play for the Red Blacks in Canada. But, like, he dogging shit up there, you know what I'm saying? Like, really doing his thing. Like, I think he's a superstar, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me. But that year, bro, after he left, that spring, bro, I was just going crazy in the gym, bro. Like, I just never worked as hard as I did in 2019. I mean, afterwards I did for sure, but like that year, bro, just changed everything. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, we had Carbon in the gym, like with us. That was my old strength coach. He's actually a strength coach for the Chiefs now. He's like the third or second, you know what I'm saying? He work under the staff. But that man know what he talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, this man had me at like a lean 205, like pushing 206, you know what I'm saying? And just, bro, that was like, I was jumping like a 43 and a half, bro. My broad was damn near 12. Like, it was, I was feeling good, you know what I'm saying? And then that like rolled over into the fall. I'm just dogging shit all spring ball, like, for real. And then I'm just out there big as fuck at corner, bro. Like, sometimes I'll be forgetting. Like,
dude, I remember seeing pictures of you like halfway through your college career, and I was like, holy shit, what, bro,
that year, like, I jumped, you feel me? Like, I was an All-American that year. And now that I look back, I was just playing ball, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, that's all it was, you know, just in the gym.
Comfortable at it.
Getting it in. Playing. Sticking to it, bro. I had my routine. That's when I really created my routine and just stuck to it, you know what I'm saying?
So do you think a lot of that mindset came from the mentors and leaders that you had there in college, and then once they were all gone, it was like, okay, I'm the guy now. I gotta like lead this. I gotta show out for this.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I always kind of grew up like, I'm gonna do something, like, and if I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it 100. You feel me? Like, so it's just at that point it just really clicked, and like I had a good schedule. You know what I'm saying? My grades was good. Like, everything was going well. You feel me? Like, it was like, you know, God was blessing me because I was doing good. You feel me? And it just felt good to just do that fall and then have it keep rolling over. You know what I'm saying? Because But after that year, that was COVID, bro.
So that was your junior year, right?
Yeah, bro. Right before COVID, like the year before COVID.
And then COVID hits.
We didn't even have a full season during COVID. We played like 2 games, I think.
That, and at the timing for you being a senior and like, you know, kind of getting to the end of your college career, knowing what you want to do with it, what was that feeling like when COVID hits? Like there had to be some nervous moments there. Like, what does this look like?
I was going through a lot during COVID, actually, bro. Like earlier that year in COVID, I had like broke my leg, bro. I had a stress fracture in my leg, and like I just didn't, like I had to stay off my leg because I didn't want to get surgery. So doctor was like, if you just stay off it, it'll heal. And I did, bro. Like for like 2.5 months, I just like would do bike workouts and just be in the pool. And then my when we started playing, we played like contract games, bro. We went and played like fucking Central Arkansas, which was like a low D1, I think. And then we played Pitt State in our conference. But all our other games got canceled, you feel me? Like just on some COVID shit. But that year, yeah, bro, it was just crazy. Like, cause when I got back, my leg was healed, bro. It was crazy. Like, I stayed off of it, started eating a lot more salad and greens and shit. Got my x-rays, shit fucking healed straight up. But after that year, like after we played and shit, it reopened. And then I had to fucking get surgery this time. And I had a couple agents helping me, like at the time, just doing little shit here and there for me. And one at the time was like, yeah, I can get you in with the Colts doctor to get surgery. And I was like, what? Like, let's do that right now. What do you mean? Like, and this is the guy that you go to for these surgeries. You feel me? Like he specializes in this shit. So I went, me and my mama drove 7 hours, bro, to Indianapolis. Met this dude, Dr. Porter. Good man, man. I love that dude. And he told me what it was, what we had to do. And the reason I even went to him is because like he like didn't go straight down my patella tendon. He like pulled it to the side and said you can put it, like slide the rod in, bro. Like, and then he put 2 screws in me, and then I was good, bro. They put me on a little rehab program and got to it. And then that's what led into my senior, like my actual senior year after I graduated that spring.
Gotcha.
So something like that comes up and you've been full speed and you have this huge adversity come at you out of nowhere. What did it look like getting through that and saying like keeping that work ethic? You're saying that you're doing water workout, stuff in the pool, you're doing bike workouts, you're doing all these different forms. Like what kept that motivation during that point? Because a lot of people get knocked off and it's just like they let the whole world crumble down around them and they're like, I'm screwed. And you see it in athletes a lot. I think a lot of times that something happens, they lose that drive, they lose that routine, they lose what they had going, that momentum that they had. What kept you with that high level of drive during that?
Man, shit, look, at this point, it was like, shit, I can either keep going, like I said, bro, like if I'm gonna do something, I just gotta keep doing it, bro. Like, and I just kind of figure shit out, bro. You feel me? Like, if something happens, like, you just kind of gotta adjust. So, like, for me, it was like, yeah, I gotta get this surgery, but I just went to a really good doctor. So, like, shit is supposed to go good. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it just did. Like, I just stuck to it, bro. Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
I feel like that comes with, we talk a lot about like a burn the ships mentality. Like if you're going to do something, like you said, go do it 100%. The second that you have like a plan B and you're like considering that you've already failed, you might as well go do it. And it's clear from knowing you and talking to you that like you had that, you were 100% in, you knew that that's what you were going to do. There was no, all right, well, I'll just, you know, I'm going to be down on my laurels. I'm going to fall back on my degree and that type of stuff. Where did that mindset of, you know, going 100%, did that come from your mom when you were little? Where did you get that from?
I mean, it came from a lot of stuff, bro. I mean, it just like if you're gonna play a sport like football, bro, like you can't just think like you gonna just be good. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta really put the time in and just, you know what I'm saying, work. Like, and I know that now more than ever, for real. Like working, like seeing the dudes that I work out with now, like Max, bro, that dude work relentless, like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally. And just seeing that every day, like it still keep my motor running. Like look at this dude right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta keep up. And like I think it just like is a part of me. You feel me? Like whatever I was gonna do, whether it was football or figure something else out, like, you know what I'm saying? I got my degree in sports management. I wanted to try and like, I didn't know if I was gonna go back to school and do some sports business shit, or if like I wanted to be like an AD or something. But I was gonna do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then, you know, figure it out and try to upgrade from there, and just you know, I'm trying to live a good life. You feel me? So like, you know, people that work hard can do that. You feel me?
For sure.
100%. I'm the first one to tell everyone hard work always pays off, no matter what.
They really
Like,
do.
I think that
That's in my IG bio.
yeah, I think it's something that if you work hard all the time, the world you're gonna get what you deserve, and
Or what you work for real. You feel me? Like,
yeah. And
you know what I'm saying?
I also live by good things happen to good people, and there's shitty people out there that work hard that end up with shitty results, and it's like just that because they crossed everyone wrong, they did everyone in incorrect way. That sometimes I feel like just be a good person, work your ass off, things happen, and they happen the way that they're supposed to.
Right.
So you talk about seeing this work ethic at the NFL level. What did that look like when you got there? Was it just a night and day difference from the college level on just from a training aspect of the guys that you're around? Like you're at the most elite level now. Like, what does it look like with just the motivation that's on a team of these guys? They're just, I mean, they're putting in the work, they're doing it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was a big difference. It was kind of a big difference. I mean, I worked with a lot of guys that would work hard and shit. And then, you know, I also know that I helped guys work pretty fucking hard too in college. But like in the league, bro, it's just like a different type of work. Like, and, you know, it's just staying as consistent as possible on it too, bro. Cause like, you know, health is wealth. You know, they say health is wealth. So like just staying healthy and being able to be like contribute and, you know, understand what's going on. It's gonna take you a long way, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause you here now. So it's like, just take care of that. And like, you know, you're gonna be all right for sure.
So what do you think that the future looks like for you in the NFL? Like, what is your goal of where you're going?
I got a lot of goals. That's one thing that I used to do for sure too, is like have sticky notes on my locker, man, during the year. I remember that year, but that shit was crazy. But I got a lot of goals, man. For me, it's just like being able to like really flourish, you know what I'm saying? Really show what, you know, like really how I'm built, like show people like it's like I'm really, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, just go out there and making plays, bro. Make the team, obviously, and come back, contribute as much as I can, and just blow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we all know that the league is not a lifelong career.
Nah.
So what is your game plan when you get done playing football?
I mean, I'm trying to really just get into like real estate, like buying land and property and shit. That's really what I'm trying to live off of. Keep it a buck, cause you know how that lifestyle it'd be nice, man. But yeah, I got a couple friends that are looking to, you know, expand like their gym spaces, and I want to be like an investor on that, where I'm just chilling, just making money on some land and property that I got. But other than that, I would like to, like, if I was to work, you know what I'm saying, like have a real, like, you know what I'm saying, every day wake up, do this. It would probably be like, I might get back into like coaching or something, bro. Like, I told myself I wasn't, but like, I could see myself doing that, especially like, not even like coaching, probably just training people, like doing DB shit. just because that should be fun.
I also think there's a huge market out there that I think it's probably something that you're starting to figure out that you're going to hone in better. You're going to hone in that skill set as you progress. But I think when a lot of times people talk about coaching, they think about a coach that's coaching a high school or coaching at a college.
Right.
But then you look at like the motivational side of like what ET does, and you see these guys out there that have just made a huge name for themselves on a national level. They can go there and instead of maybe changing a couple hundred kids through one high school, you can go change thousands of kids' lives all across the country by having a story that it is possible, that I overcame these obstacles to get to where I was wanting to go. This is what it looks like to do it. And it's like, this is the work that you have to put in when no one's watching. And I think it takes a lot of people. It took me a really long time that I wish I had half the drive and understanding that I have now when I was 16 years old. My life would be a completely different story.
Facts. Yeah.
That now it's like when people aren't watching, like that's my time to shine. Like that's when I work hardest. When I'm around people, it's like I really don't like push it that hard. But when I'm by myself, it's like that's me versus me. Yeah. And I think that there is a spot for that. And I think getting to your level, you end up getting a huge platform to speak on.
No doubt.
And you have a name, you walk into a stadium, people know who you are. You're getting to walk into packed stadiums that people pay astronomical amounts of money to be in. And
yeah, I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy.
It's a whole different. That's what we talk about it all the time. It's probably one of the coolest things out there, and I don't think enough guys like capitalize on it. That
especially now. Well, I think now they're doing it more. You feel me? Like I'm trying to do that, like just like how y'all do marketing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, yeah, like it's crazy, bro. It leads to so much more than we really know. You feel me? Like.
And that's we talk about it all the time. We watch some of these top athletes that really have taken that space that they have and they've really capitalized on it. And you look at Gronk has came out and talked to that. He's never spent a dollar that he made in the NFL. He lived off of his endorsement deals his whole entire career.
That's crazy.
And you look at what Kelsey's doing. You look at what Mahomes is doing. You look at what these guys are doing on the endorsement side, and then with their charities that they have, and really the difference that they're making is a lot bigger impact than the sport is great, but it's also you're given a huge platform, and it's like, what are you going to go do with it? So I think there's a huge...
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, taking advantage of something like this outside of what I'm doing on the field is like, it's important too, bro, especially, you know what I'm saying? Like, I learned a lot the past year, bro. Like, not just, my transition to the league, but like what I'm going to do afterwards. You know what I'm saying? I was having those conversations with like money managers and accountants and like marketers, marketing agents, actual agents, and then, just trying to put it all together. I'm still coming up with more plans, you know what I'm saying, what to do next. It's just taking it one day at a time and figuring it out, you know what I'm saying?
Did you have, when you made the deal with the Raiders, like I've always been a very goal-oriented person. I've always been somebody that I have a vision of where my life's supposed to be. I feel like I've always tracked pretty well with what it's supposed to be, but there's not any... I've had varying factors in it. Like when I opened the marketing company, that was something that I never intended to happen, to where then it was like, that was a huge shift in what my vision looked like. When you made the deal with the Raiders, was that like a huge, like my whole entire life is going to be different? Like,
not completely actually, for real. I mean, my life will be different in the aspect that now I play in the league one step ahead of what I was playing before, and I'm getting paid a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, other than that, it's like, yeah, you got to adjust, you know what I'm saying? We all got to adjust, you know what I'm saying? We grow every day and shit happens, you feel me? Whether it's positive or negative. But to me, it's like, all right, yeah, we here. I'm ready to work. Like, I don't know. I just kind of took it on as like I'm supposed to be here. Like, let's go do this. You feel me? Like, it's whatever. Like, I don't care where I go. Like, what we doing? You know what I'm saying?
And I think that I think there's things that you do that you know that you have the talent, you know that you're supposed to be there. But then it's like once you get there and something like that happens, I think a lot of times there's something in most people's head that's like has that 1% that's that plan B. And it's like when you make it actually happen, it's like, how do I really capitalize on this to its fullest extent? Like, how do you take being in the league that we just talked about, the 1.6% of college guys that ever make it to the actual league? So now you're in the 1.6%, and now you're down to that probably 1% that actually plays.
Mm-hmm.
How do you capitalize on that to make it to where it does change your life and it changes your family tree for the future?
I mean, it comes down to a lot of things, but I think like just being able to like manage your time well and like invest in the right things, like, because I haven't invested my money in a lot yet, but I plan on doing it. I just want to, hit certain milestones. Like I told you before, like with the chain and stuff earlier, like I want to hit certain numbers before I start making certain purchases. You feel me? So, and I don't know, maybe that's just how I work. You feel me? Like, so like once I hit this amount in my bank account, I'm gonna make this kind of investment. You feel me? So that's what I plan on doing in the near future, like in the next year or so.
Very cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's a heck of a story. I really appreciate you sharing it with us. And
yeah. Ricky, any insight down there? Ricky's been pretty quiet on this one.
Chilling, man.
Sounds like quite the ride, dude.
It does.
It's hard to picture what that exactly would look like, but
it's hard because a lot of all of our podcasts have been business owners, somebody that we've had some people on that just have a crazy story, but most of the time it's things that I can relate to in some sort of way, that I haven't had a life-altering event that to that scale. That's like I can't even envision what that probably feeling in that overall like just spot is. That, and I think also when you're in it and you're doing it, it doesn't seem that big, but it is truly a huge, huge accomplishment.
Facts.
And
it sure is, man.
I think it's the same thing when people go to law school or they go to be a doctor. They get done and it's like I've met a lot of people that are doctors and lawyers, and they're like, well, that's just what I was supposed to do.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like,
this is what I told myself I was going to do.
I'm like, you just went to school 3 times longer than most people do, and you're a surgeon. I'm like, that's a pretty big deal.
It was the plan the whole time.
But it's just like that was their plan. And it's certain people like have that plan, but it's like you have executed that 100% of the way. And it's I've always been somebody that I very much accomplished the things that I set out to do, but I've became more like trying to enjoy the journey of it a little bit more and be a little bit more like grateful for those things that it doesn't happen for everyone. But that hard work that's put in all the time does pay off.
Facts.
And so I think it's a cool fucking story. I think it's something that, I mean, I'm trying to think of something that's more.
And y'all from here too. Like imagine playing at Arrowhead, bro.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about that earlier. That had to be insane.
Even if you're on the opposing team, you still came in that stadium.
I came out there feeling geeked.
You started that fucking game too, didn't you?
Nah, I didn't start, but I played a lot though.
Yeah.
And it was, man, and it was like, I seen people that I knew in the stands like everywhere. It was crazy, bro.
So I'm assuming you had been to Chiefs games before that.
I've been to 2 Chiefs games before, yeah.
So you've been 2 Chiefs games in that stadium, sitting in a seat.
Yes.
And then your third one, you're on the field. Like,
nah, that one was crazy. That was the most crazy like feeling I had ever had, bro.
I bet. Real question, was it the loudest?
Nah, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Is Arrowhead truly that much louder than like
I mean, Seattle was loud too though, bro. Like I always say this to people, like I haven't been to every stadium yet, but it's between Seattle and Kansas City. Cause like, and what's crazy is when we played in Seattle, that was a home game. Like the black was roaring, you feel me? And we won that game in overtime. But
I feel like Kansas City does have a very high population of Raiders fans
bro.
also.
Oh, they do, bro. Like
It shows out in like
in Kansas, it's weird, bro. Like they're just right next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that it's that, and then I feel like the Bills have created a pretty bit large because we go to a lot of games, and there's certain games that just people don't show out to, and it's like Raiders games. There's a lot of black out there.
Like growing up, like people told me straight up, they're like, yeah, the Raiders and the Chiefs, like this is a feud. We don't fuck with them. Like, nah, for real. Like they used to bring batteries to the games and throw them at the players. Like, and I've lived through it. You feel me? Like at halftime, we running back in the locker room. They throwing tall boys that are open at us. Like could come down, smack you in the head, bro, straight up. Max picked one back up and threw it at him, bro. I'm like, it's really going down. Like we're living in this shit.
Yeah, that's a. Once again, I don't even know. I'll never experience something like that.
I'm telling you, bro, it was wild.
Not a very inviting place, I would think.
Nah, bro.
He's like, I'm from here. Fucking stop it.
I was out there like, damn, like.
Shit. That was a tough game too for you guys. How it ended.
That show was, bro. We was up 17-0.
Yeah.
It be like that, bro. Like
that's
one thing I've learned in the league, bro. Is anything can happen, bro.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the Chiefs' MO.
What's it like playing against Patrick Mahomes, though?
Man, that was so crazy because, like, I'm looking him dead in his eye, trying to read him, like, real life. And, I mean, once it came down to playing, it was just like, you know, we had practiced all week, and I knew what I was going for. But it was just crazy seeing bro out there. Like, the year before, I was like, or the couple years before, I'm like, damn, bro, I was just watching you in the Super Bowl. You feel me? Like, but it was cool, man. Good experience. I never got to guard Travis, though. I wish I would have got to guard Travis. But it was dope, man.
So Travis on TV looks like he's just super slow. And he's not. But it's just like, for whatever. I don't know why, but when he's out there, he just doesn't look like he's moving very fast. But he's
the
moving
oddest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I literally do. Because it's like, you can't underplay him. You feel me, bro? Like, it don't matter what you're looking at, bro.
Yeah.
It's deceiving once you get out there. You feel me? Like, he's just nice, bro. He's like that.
Yeah.
So who's the toughest receiver in your opinion, that you've had to guard?
Tay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're glad he's on your team?
Yeah. I mean, this is every day too.
Yeah.
At this point. Like, but yeah,
that's
bro,
what makes you better, though.
Facts,
That's a blessing.
I'm telling you, yeah, it really is. Cause like, you get to go up against Tay. It's like, all right, bro. Like, I'm really in here now. Like, I know what to expect from other shit.
So how much does that get to elevate your game?
A whole shit ton, bro. I'm telling you, like, and if you really like, because this is every day, bro. You're not about to just get your ass whipped every day. Like, you gonna figure it out. And then once you start figuring it out, you like, I started, you know what I'm saying, gaining more confidence. Like, yeah, like we're really out here now. Let's get to, you know what I'm saying? Let's get going. And so it's just, you know, what they say, iron sharpens iron. So it's like, you know, we all out there working, trying to make each other better. You feel me?
Yeah. So what would you say your favorite thing about the league so far is?
Sundays, bro. It ain't nothing like fucking game day. I'm telling you, like, I got to play in fucking the Steelers Stadium, bro. It's fucking freezing cold. I got to play at home on Monday night, the only game on, you feel me? Like, at home, at the crib. My mom's 5 minutes around the block, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then, like, we went in overtime games, bro. Like, game day, bro. Like, this is what we said we was gonna do. You feel me? Like, play on Sundays, and it just feel good, bro. Being out there, I'm telling you, like, hearing that national anthem with that big ass flag out there,
Oh, man.
you knowing like it's about to go down, like, for real. Like, we not playing no games, national television. Like, it just feel great, man. Like, I'm just so grateful.
Well,
yeah.
It's a monster accomplishment.
Yeah.
And
couldn't be more proud of you, dude.
Yeah.
From the bottom of my heart.
Appreciate it.
I think it's pretty cool too that you and Logan went to school together, and everything has positioned itself to you sitting here on the podcast tonight.
Thanks.
And once again, I'm the person that everything happens for a reason. Everyone is exactly where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. Nothing happens by mistake. So, any final thoughts for the podcast?
Oh, no, man. I mean, Go follow me on IG. You know what I'm saying?
We'll link everything below.
All right, bet. Yeah, go follow that link
So-
on IG. You feel me?
Get some merch from him.
Yeah, go buy some merch. I'm trying to switch it up, but it's whatever. Just rock the merch.
But Ricky, Logan, any final thoughts?
I appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Tell Tyler hi, or he's gonna be all butthurt when he watches.
Who?
Your boy Tyler.
Tyler Burst.
Oh, my dog. Man. Breezy, man. Yeah, shout out to Breezy, man. That's my
Yeah,
dog.
so the funny thing is we got quite the circle here. So Dre, my brother, his fiance now, Samantha, her sister
Married.
is married to Tyler, which you were good friends with in college.
Yeah, that's my dog, man.
Teammates, yeah.
Yeah, teammates in college. So world is quite a crazy place.
It is.
But
Afton boys.
so that will wrap it up for the M3 podcast. Thank you again for joining. We will link everything below and it will be posted here shortly. So peace out.
Peace.
For sure.
Thanks for listening to the M3 Podcast. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Want to learn more? Check us out on Instagram at Moss Marketing Group, on Facebook at Moss Marketing 58, or on our website at mossmarketinggroup.com.